I am here with an old friend and the newest addition to the Yankees, Andy Phillips. Andy, what was it like to get called up again? The Yankees, of course, purchasing your contract on Monday.
Yeah, it was a shock. I mean, it wasn't something I was expecting. Generally, a lot of times when you get called up, it's because someone got hurt or something, and not hearing that anything had gone on when they called me in and told me certainly was a pleasant surprise.
Batting .301, though, Scranton Wilkes-Barre with 11 home runs and 36 RBIs. You certainly had been hitting the ball very well.
Yeah, it was. I'd been having a good year, and that was the thing that was most encouraging. So it's not after having not played for, short spring training, and then hadn't played a whole lot in the last 2 months of last season. It was nice to get back in a routine and play and be able to produce a little bit.
Now, you called this one of the most emotional stretches or experiences of your career. Explain that to me.
Well, in the last, year and a half, 2 years of my life, with my wife going through cancer, us losing a pregnancy and her going through cancer, and then my mom having the accident in spring training, where both of those situations, there's questions if they're even going to live. And, and so having those emotions in the last year and a half, and then to have to kind of battle your way back to get up here, I didn't realize how emotional it would be. But, certainly when you try to call your parents and try to call your wife to tell them that you made it back, it's certainly an emotional thing, and it certainly got the best of me this time.
And trying to find your wife was actually interesting. She is in Belize doing some missionary work, and it actually took you a couple days to connect with Bethany, right?
Yeah. Let's see, I just talked to her for the first time today. So, I was trying to speak to someone over there and get a message to her, and didn't know how that would turn out. I figured it would probably scare her more than anything. But, it was interesting, and that's usually typical. Usually in situations like that, that's how it happens. But certainly pleased to be able to give that news to her.
Now, she's just there for a couple weeks doing some work with the church?
Yeah, she's over there doing some music, and they're working on a camp over there, getting it ready for the summer for some missionary camps that are coming in, and she's over there doing music, so she's certainly excited about that.
I think all of us, of course, remember your mother, Linda, in that terrible accident during spring training, and she's doing very well, you said.
Yeah, she's doing tremendous. She started walking a few weeks ago. She's doing unbelievably well, and she's so strong and so solid. It's just been amazing to see how she's bounced back. It's been a miracle just to see what's going on in her life as well as Bethany's life.
Now, you are not a guy that strikes me who's ever lost perspective, but given the past year and a half of your life, I would guess you get a great perspective of what the game of baseball really is.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, when you start to see that two of the most important people in your life had to struggle for their life, it certainly puts things in perspective. It certainly makes this time up here in my approach in the game of baseball, it's going to be enjoyable for me, regardless of what happens. It's going to be fun, and I just look forward to trying to contribute.
Yeah, you can't put pressure on yourself at the plate when you have those things in the back of your mind, right?
Yeah, it's a lot easier going up to the plate now. Last year, and even the times I've been up here before, I certainly put some pressure on myself trying to help out so much, and trying to feel like I had to do everything at the moment. And certainly now, a newfound respect and perspective on what I get to do.
Joe Torre calls you a pretty darn good guy over there at first base, and he has you back in the lineup tonight. You wouldn't want it any other way. You might as well just get right back in there, right?
Yeah. I mean, you certainly, it's going to be a lot of fun. To get here and to be thrown in the lineup quickly is a lot of fun, and it'll be good. Being able to play every day down there and try to keep up with that routine will be fun.
And you're playing mostly at second base, and I asked you before, I'll ask you again, is there any little transition back to first base from second?
Well, I mean, certainly, positioning and stuff is a little bit different, but I did play some first while I was down there, so it's not like I haven't done it in a while. Certainly, each position brings its own unique deals, but we'll have fun with it.
And lastly, Andy, I know you're such a popular guy within the Yankees clubhouse. Your locker in there is right next to Jeter's, so you're right back in swing with that. How have the guys received you these past couple days?
It's been amazing. It's been unbelievable. The guys certainly were, I think they were excited that I was back, and certainly it was a great feeling for me, and that was emotional too, to see the guys and to have them welcome me back the way they did is a lot of fun, and I have such a great amount of respect for these guys, and it's good to be back with them.
It's nice to have you back. Andy Phillips, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you.